All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Saturday, December 16th. This video is brought to you by our friends over at Thrive Fantasy, the player prop website where you can play against the house or play against the players in contest format. You do get a deposit match up to $250 if you use my promo code DFS Chapo, or you can use the link that's in my description. We're going to go straight to DraftKings. We're going to start with point guard. Obviously, we see I ain't got any time to waste. Did get my Heat situation resolved, so I'm not shivering me timbers. However, um, you know, I'm not 100%, so I'm gonna try to breeze through this slate, and I'm gonna attempt to do both DraftKings and FanDuel. All right, point guard Luka Magic, 12-1, fire his ass up. Tyrese Halliburton, questionable. If he plays, good for him. If he doesn't play, be very careful. I like McConnell. Be careful with the other guys. Minnesota has a better defense this year. Minnesota's no walk in the park, and they're technically like a top 3 team in the league right now. So be careful playing Indiana against Minnesota, but I do like the possessions. I do like the pace of Indiana. SGA, fire him up, 10.5, no problem. Matchup proof. Trae Young, 10.1K, absolutely in play. Fox is in play. A little bit too cheap. Great matchup. Donovan Mitchell, 9.4 against Atlanta. He's in the. This is one of the greatest spots of all time. You're going up against Atlanta with a lightning speed pace, and you have no Garland, and you're 9.4K. Lock in Mitchell. Don't ask me no questions. Maxi's fine. Another good matchup. Curry's fine. Rozier, Harden, all in play. DeJounte's fine. Brunson, 8.5. He's in play. Anthony Simons really let me down last slate. You got to go right back to him when they do that. 8K is kind of tough though. You're looking for 6 times value. Excuse me. I told you I told you I wasn't in peak condition right now, but let's get through this. Video. Where are we? Simon is fine. Brogdon's gonna come off the bench. The guards in Portland is getting a little bit muddy. Why? You have Simon, you have Brogdon, you have Sharp, you have Scoot. They all got to get theirs. So be careful with Portland, especially with these 7.9 and 8K guys. Kobe White absolutely in play. No Levine. Chicago has made a 20 about face turnaround with no Levine. They're playing well. Kobe White, DeRozan, and Vooch fire their asses up. Westbrook, no thank you. Murray, if you must. Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas, not really interested in. Chris Paul's going to come off the bench. I don't know how spectacular that is, to be honest with you. 29 minutes, 19 fantasy points. No thank you. Dante Exum, good matchup against Portland. 28 minutes, 25 fantasy points. 6.6K, that's a big number. That's a big number to fulfill. Playing next to Luka. Tim Hardaway's back, so it's a little bit tough. Melton and Lowry are there. Sexton. Do you want to go back to Sexton? I guess you go back to Sexton, no Clarkson, and no George. So Monk is okay. Conley's fine. Bruce Brown, Giddey, Jackson, Podziemski, Scoot Henderson, DeSumno, all in play. And TJ McConnell if there's no Halliburton. Donovan Mitchell, like I spoke about, 9.4. You're gonna fire him up. Anthony Edwards, we got to pay attention to that. If he's not playing, then you're gonna want to play one of those wings. Everybody gets a boost. Cat, Nas, NAW, everybody. Paul George, we're gonna pay attention to that too. If he's out, The rest of the starters get a little bit of a bump. Struce gets a tiny little bump. Healed is fine. Klay Thompson, turn back the hands of time. Can he do it again? We'll see. Brandon Miller's in play. T.H.J's in play. Norman Powell gets a bump if there's no Paul George. Duncan Robinson's in play. LeVert gets a bump. 6K. Should be popular. I don't care. I like that environment. THT is in play. Podziemski, you could take a shot if he starts again. Don't really like Herder. Monk's been taking his minutes. NAW if there's no Anthony Edwards. Royce O'Neal if you're desperate. Josh Richardson if you're desperate. Caruso. I told y'all last video not to touch Caruso because he lives in the locker room. What did Caruso do? Caruso played 5 minutes and went into the locker room. Okay. Trey Brown if there's no Anthony Edwards. Dunn's in play. Moody's in play. Braun's in play if you want to be petty. Isaiah Joe if you're desperate. Let's go to small forward. Jimmy Butler's fine, but he's not a regular season DFS. He's not a regular season DFS player for me. Kawhi gets a little bit of a bump with no George. Marketing is back. That's great. Bring some credibility to that shitty team. DeRozan 8.2 absolutely in play. Mikal Bridges 8.2 is fine. Shaden Sharp 7.9 is fine. Bogdan 7.3 he's fine. Michael Porter Jr. you can take a shot. Hayward's in play. RJ Barrett's in play. Jalen Williams is in play. Klay Thompson, I spoke about him already. Jaquez Jr., Josh Hart, Mathurin, all these guys are in play. Kuminga, you would think Kuminga would get more minutes and do more. Kuminga don't be worth it, to be honest with you. He's really not worth it. He had 40 the other day, but 25, 25, 40, 19, 8, 34, 0.25, 16, 13, 12, 24. Like, he's sometime-ish. I don't really know what he's going to do. Start or come off the bench. I don't have any confidence that, I don't have any confidence that he's going to bring me home. Patrick Williams is in play. Kelly Oubre is in play. Fonte Cecchio is in play. Derrick Jones Jr. you could take a shot on. Kamara you could take a shot on. And I guess if they start Amir Coffee at 4.3, you could take a shot. What did he do last game? 29 minutes, 26 fantasy points. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think I'm gonna make it to I don't think I'm gonna make it to FanDuel. Obviously, you can hear that I'm not feeling too well, doing too well, sounding too well. So I can't be making a long ass YouTube video when I don't have my voice and I'm struggling to talk. You feel me? So I'm gonna have to wrap this up after DraftKings. But I did have the intention of going through FanDuel, but you guys, you know what the player pool is. FanDuel, just see if the salary makes sense. And like I always say, if you have a question about FanDuel, just throw it in the chat and somebody will get back to you ASAP. So it's not really a big deal. Kamara, like I said, these guys I can't really touch right now. I can't really touch. About to go to power forward in 1 second. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up, all that good stuff. All that stuff matters to help this channel continue to grow. If you're struggling to cash, you need help with lineups, You want my lineups, my optimal lineups? I can send them to you right before lock. Check out the Patreon link in the description. I can help you with NFL, NHL, NBA, MMA, whatever. We got a whole shitload of games tomorrow. I'm playing everything. FanDuel tonight. We smashed FanDuel tonight. Smashed them. You know what I'm saying? We stacked the Lakers. We stacked the Spurs. We had Okongwu at center because he started. That fucking FanDuel lineup was a masterpiece. However, where I fucked up, I didn't put Vassal in DraftKings. That's where I fucked up. But everything else was perfect. Um, yeah. So jump into Patreon. Stop playing games if you want to win. If you want to win, jump in. That's what we're gonna do. Join the team of winners. You feel me? Let's go to power forward. Let's get in and get out. Randall 9K absolutely in play. Cat looks good. Looks better with no Edwards. Miles Bridges, Charlotte 7.9 against Philly. Take a shot. Jeremy Grant's back. I got to get more information to see that he's 100% before I go ahead and play him. That's a lot of shots to go around in Portland. Grant, Brogdon, Sharp, Scoot, Simons. I don't know. Looking a little hairy to me. Looking a little dicey. You feel me? I've banished Tobias Harris for weeks now. Don't play him. Caleb Martin, you could take a shot on as long as he starts. Aaron Gordon, Sadiq Bey, Cam Johnson, Keegan Murray, all in play. Andrew Wiggins, I'm just joking. No Wiggins for us. Let's see what he did anyway off the bench. 22 minutes, 14 fantasy points. I know that he's got some personal shit going on. So he actually does get a pass for real life basketball, but he's unplayable for DFS. Saric, you could take a shot. Toppin, you could take a shot. I prefer Toppin with Halliburton. So like, if Halliburton don't play, I wouldn't really play Toppin. Think of them as like Draymond and Curry. That's Toppin and Halliburton. Think of them like that. Neesmith is fine. The rest of these guys down here, I don't really need, to be honest with you. And at center, Jokic, Embiid, Sabonis, Vooch. Vooch is a little cheap. Gobert, Miles Turner, Holmgren, Jared Allen, Capella, Ayton, Claxton, Kessler, Zubac, Lively, no Orlando Robinson for us. Olynyk, I don't really need Olynyk neither. Okongwu, you could take a shot on. And all those names I just mentioned. And I'll probably stop at Okongwu, to be honest with you. I don't play games for my center spot. Okongwu, Nick Richards, Lively, Zubac, Kessler, Claxton, Ayton, Capella, Allen, Holmgren, Turner, Gobert, Vooch, Cat. I said Cat already. Sabonis, Embiid, and Vooch. I'm sorry, and Jokic. That's going to be my centers for my player pool. Listen, I would love to stay here and chat some more, but obviously you guys can hear that I'm in no condition for all that. Just wanted to get some type of video out. Saturday's a big day for DFS. We got a lot of shit going on tomorrow, so good luck to you. Hope you guys had a profitable Friday night. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell, thumbs up. Check out the Patreon link in the description if you need help with the NBA, NFL, NHL, MMA, golf, fucking frisbees, handball, fucking sand tossing. I don't give two shits. Whatever it is, jump on the Patreon. I got you. I'm gonna go in and get out of here and do something myself. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.